Okay, this is nearing the end of 5 p.m. turn on the 25th. Decided to pretty much do a roundup and to do a quick review on this game. I don't normally do reviews, in fact this is probably the first time I've ever done, but I've played this campaign largely to the finish. I might carry on a bit more with it, but I won't be doing any further updates. As we can see, the Allied front has pretty much collapsed here. Now, the best thing for them to do really would be to try and rush back to Cannes and Ceuta and try and hold those ports for a couple of days. I can't see it myself, but they've still got a remote chance of doing this, but at the same time they've got to get a reasonable number of units off the map as well to count as withdrawal points. Now, talking about the system, I'm a big fan of the GTS system, but I'll be honest with you, this is not the best module, and people have complained about certain scenarios and the campaign game. Even though you can see I got a German win here, I did house rule it. I didn't allow units around Cannes, which were able to move, to basically just rush the Malmö airfield, which is ridiculous historically, but the game does allow that. So I stopped that, and I also didn't allow the Allies to use the purple mortars to attack on a divisional chip pull. Basically on the belief that, as a lot of people said, the Allied mortar doctrine may have been able to do that in 1943-44 onwards, but certainly not in 1941 on Crete. In the state of the units on Crete, would they ever be able to use their mortars like that? Germans, the Fallschläger division is wrecked. It is completely and utterly wrecked, which is historical, and the Germans never really did any serious power drops after this date, and mainly used the parachute divisions to fight as elite infantry. If I was going to recommend a GTS system to you, I would do the Longest Day, Juno Gold Sword, or Devil's Cauldron, rather than this. Because some people just don't like messing with house rules. They want to play the game as the rules state out of the box. As for the system itself, I think it handles small company scale combat really well. What it doesn't really do is model, in this particular game anyway, model supply very well. I've got a feeling that the units would be suffering supply issues earlier than they did when the game started saying they kicked in. Also, I didn't use some of the optional rules. I didn't bother with the Allied naval rules, which I believe would have just added some complexity without really aiding the Allied cause very much, because if they'd lost ships, they would have lost morale really quickly. I like the way the morale system drives the battle. There's like two phases. There's morale up to the when withdrawal is triggered, and then there's morale afterwards. Morale up to when the withdrawal is done on steps lost, and after that it's done on units evacuated. But there are some game over type rules, like the loss of Cannes and Ceuta before the 27th. I think it's 10 p.m. on the 27th. So overall, as a review, yes, I'd recommend the system, and I recommend this particular game with caveats, particularly if you can get it cheap. There are lots of scenarios where you can fight out the various landings, so you don't have to do the whole thing. Admittedly, it's got an immense footprint, but yeah, again, that's only because I'm playing the entire thing. As I say, this is a 7 foot by 7 foot by 3, is it, or 4? 7 foot by 4 table. So yeah, I like the game, but I don't think this is the right one for anyone to start with. I think I've already given you a couple of recommendations for other ones, and there's a small here, Hakim, I can't even pronounce it, which is in the desert, which is a good starter game. Okay, that's it.